Christophe, what is the difference between a cream puff and a profiterole?
A cream puff is a base for the profiterole. So the cream puff is a choux by itself, the puff. And once you place your ice cream and the chocolate sauce, you can call it a profiterole. The first step to do our vanilla gelato will be to add our milk inside our pot.
And we're doing the gelato first because we got to make the base and then let it cool.
All right, cream. Then we're going to add half of the sugar and the glucose powder.
And you can find the link to all of these ingredients in the blog post, which will be linked down below this video.
Then we add the vanilla bean. Let's turn the stove into a medium heat. Half of the sugar will be mixed with the gelato stabilizer powder. That will avoid to create lumps when we're going to add it into our milk. The rest of the sugar will be mixed with the egg yolk. Mix, mix, mix. All right, let's bring this to a boil. You want to mix your stabilizer and the sugar together in order to avoid lumps. And at 80 degrees Celsius, you want to add your sugar and stabilizer inside your pot. Then you mix, mix, mix.
And then when do we add the eggs?
When it's boiling.
Okay. So Christophe, what's the difference between gelato and ice cream?
You know what? There is a constant battle. On my opinion, you can call an ice cream a gelato. Now there is a lot of people who will tell you a gelato doesn't contain egg yolk, it needs to be churned to a certain level of air. I don't want to even go inside this argument.
But not all ice creams are gelato.
There is some laws in US who can retain you to call an ice cream an ice cream.
Has to have a certain amount of ingredients to be called an ice cream.
That's correct, but there is no law in US who can retain you to call an ice cream a gelato.
So I'll call it what I want.
You call it what you want.
If you guys think that this is a gelato or not a gelato, if gelato and ice cream are the same, I want to hear it in the comments and I will grab my popcorn and enjoy the argument.
And I will be happy to get some support explanation on it. All right, so now we are boiling. We're going to stop the heat, mix a little bit into the yolk, and then pour it back into our milk. And now we're putting back our vanilla sauce into a medium heat and cook it at 83 degrees Celsius.
Ooh, it's already getting thick.
Yes. We want to constantly mix, otherwise it will attach to the bottom and you might overcook it. So you go around the bowl in 8 shape, around the bowl again, 8 shape, that's 88.
Is that for real or are you just making that up?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh really?
Yeah,
wow.
This. Because that's going in the angle.
Yeah.
All right, 83 degrees Celsius.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Boom.
So now we're going to cool it in an ice bath. And that's it.
So ideally it would be good to make this gelato one day in advance so that it has time to fully cool overnight and churn it the same day as you make the shells. So now that our gelato mixture is cooled down, we can go ahead and churn this in the ice cream machine. We are going to put our cooled down base into an ice cream maker.
Okay. What is this machine?
So this is an attachment from Bosch Mixers that works with their bowls. You can use the metal or the plastic bowl. This is just a little ice cream attachment. It will make 1 pint of ice cream.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put ice all the way around.
All right.
And then use ice cream salt, which actually makes the ice colder than the freezing temperature of ice. Okay, so then this attachment goes on top and it just locks right in to these little things right here. And we are going to mix this until it's mixed. We're not gonna stop. Okay, I think our gelato is done mixing. Ah, yes.
Wow. Somebody's calling you over there.
What? Oh, you stinker!
Oh la la.
We have nice soft serve consistency. So now we're gonna go ahead and make our pâte choux.
So let's add our milk, water, salt and sugar, and our butter. So let's bring this to a medium heat, and the idea is to bring everything to a boil and simultaneously have the butter melted and the milk and the liquid boiling.
Got it. So all boiling together.
Okay, Liz, our milk and butter are boiling.
Okay.
Let's turn off the heat and we're going to add the flour.
All right. Mix, mix, mix. Mashed potato consistency. If you want to learn more about making a basic choux dough, you can check out the recipe here, right?
Okay, now we bring back the dough onto a medium heat. Mix, mix, mix. Boom, boom, boom.
Bada boom!
So when we start to have golden coloration on the bottom of our pot,
Yes.
it's an indication that our dough is dry enough.
Yep.
So now I'm going to turn off the heat.
And this is really important to dry your dough properly because your cream puffs will not puff if your dough is too wet.
Let's transfer our dough inside our mixing bowl with a paddle attachment. So you want to touch the side of your bowl and make sure that you're not burning your hands. And if you can hold the bowl, that means the dough is cold enough in order for you to incorporate the egg.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Soothe it. You're gonna be a good little cream puff.
All right, then let's add the eggs.
All right, so our pâte choux dough is done when it is all homogeneous and looks like this. So Christophe, we're using a mixer, but can you just use a KitchenAid or a hand mixer to do this?
Yes, absolutely, Liz.
Oh, okay.
We could do it by hand, actually. We can,
really?
yeah, it's going just to take a little bit longer, but in culinary school, that's how you learn. All right, so let's take this out and we're going to fill up our piping bag. So we are using a 806 round tip. How do we do that?
I know this one. I know this one. Take the bag
Yes.
and we push into the tip.
Nice.
So the filling does not go. And then we fold this over our hand. Yes.
Yes.
Scoop the beautiful dough. You want me to put all of it in there?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So if you don't fill your bag nicely, like I just, he's being nice about it. It's fine.
You take a bowl scraper and then...
Push all the dough.
So this way, the top of your bag is clean. You have some room to twist it, and that part of the bag will keep your hands clean. So you pipe a sphere.
Pressing down. So squeeze, stop, twist.
Turn.
Okay, so now we have our pan prepared here with a sill pine?
Silpeng.
Sill pane.
Yes.
Yes, from mat fur.
So you will notice sometimes on the bottom of your cream puff, on the outside is going to have a nice golden coloration, but on the inside it will stay white. On this one, you're going to have a perfect coloration. You want to pipe some, Liz?
Oh, geez. Okay. I'll try my best.
I'm not watching you.
No?
I'm not.
Uh-huh. I feel that you're not watching me. I absolutely love the consistency of this dough. It's so easy to pipe.
Beautiful. I'm proud of you, Liz.
Oh, thank you. And then we have to put the pink gloves on, otherwise it won't work.
It has to be a pink glove. A little container of water. Sometimes you're going to have a tip on the top of your cream puff. So to avoid that, you just tap, tap, tap over the top, just a little bit. You know, actually, you can do your dough, Liz, the day before and keep it in a piping bag in the cooler.
Oh, really?
And the next day you can pipe your cream puff. It works too. You could even completely bake them and put them into a Ziploc bag and keep them in the freezer.
You don't want to fill this with ice cream and then freeze them because as soon as they defrost, the ice cream is going to melt and it's not going to be crunchy. It's going to be soggy.
Don't leave them too long. 1 hour, 2 hours at the most, you know, but definitely not overnight.
Fill chocolate out the door.
All right, let's bake them.
About 30 to 35 minutes. What do you normally put on top of a profiterole?
Usually it's a chocolate sauce. You can use caramel sauce.
Dulce de leche.
Today we're going to put a chocolate sauce.
Okay, let's do it.
So first things, we have the glucose. The glucose is pretty liquidy after putting it in the microwave.
Looks like water.
Almost, right?
It's a nice trick.
Then we're going to add our milk on the top of our glucose and then turn on the heat to medium. Mix the milk and the glucose.
Why do you put glucose in your ganache?
It will stay liquid even if you put it in a freezer.
That's amazing, so it's not going to be too crunchy.
Then we're going to pour liquid into our chocolate. We have a 64% dark chocolate Guayaquil right now. So you want to wait about 30 seconds to 1 minute to allow the chocolate to melt. And then we start mixing. All right, let's put this in the cooler until it's completely cold.
These turned out amazing, nice and golden brown.
You have the nice exact coloration, and that's important, I think.
Yes, very nice. Okay, so now we're gonna cut these in half.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it. You wanna race?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Don't cut your hands.
Don't cut your hands. If you cut your hands, you're disqualified.
It's going to be a Halloween profiterole.
That's satisfying, that hollow.
It's a tie!
No! So you can see we have a nice hollow in the center that's gonna fit nicely with the ice cream. It's gonna make a nice little sandwich. Wow, our gelato looks really nice and creamy, and it's a little bit soft, which is kind of what we want, right?
Oh, perfect for a scoop, yes. I have some hot water over here.
And as you scoop, I'm gonna put them into the freezer.
If you like this video, don't forget to press the subscribe button and you will be able to see a bunch of other videos with Liz and I.
Okay, I have the profiteroles out of the freezer.
Okay, I have the chocolate sauce out of the cooler.
All right, it's ready to drizzle, yeah?
Yes.
And I just put the chocolate sauce in a nice piping bag. We're just gonna do a nice little drizzle on top. Or you could just spoon it on.
That's right.
You know, it doesn't matter. Wow, that looks delicious. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's gonna be messy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's delicious. Finger licking good. This would be so amazing, like on a hot summer day, like take to a party and just like, oh, hi guys, I just brought my little profiteroles, no big deal.
So true. Make sure to keep them in the freezer though.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Sugar Geeks.